This is an RME-69 receiver, which has just been refurbished, and thought I'd do a little bit of a quick demo of it operating on the broadcast band at least. I've at the moment got a magloop attached to this. The magloop is actually behind the wall over there. I've been trying it with a simple loop antenna and just a wire antenna. And in the evenings in this house, it picks up a lot of interference, as every radio does. But the magloop does a pretty good job of eliminating most of that interference. So we're here at the bottom end of the broadcast band at about 560, something like that, kilohertz.
You said heaven and earth will pass away, but your word will never pass away.
ਲੈਂਸਕੀ ਨਾਲ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹ G7 ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਅਖੀਰਲੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਹਨ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਯੂਕਰੇਨ ਦਾ ਦੌਰਾ ਕੀਤਾ।
28-year-old black man in custody. Ivo Otieno died on March 6th. He was being moved from a jail to a mental hospital 7 days.
Schmidt, who led the franchise to its only 2 championships, passed away at the age of 80.
Connector looking pretty good in both directions. Alex Bridge looking A-OK. Same goes for the Queensboro and the.
Interestingly, this radio has a control that tunes the antenna and the RF mixer stages to give a peak, which is quite nice. Better than the simple antenna tuner. Works on all bands apart from bands 5 and 6, where there's a separate trimmer for the antenna, though it does still have an effect on the mixer stage.
But it makes you hands-free and safely, and the phone number to reach us here is
graffitiing your product, but still, that's a good idea. Captain in Surrey says, I always check them. I also check shelf prices. I will ask the manager if he will honor.
Thursday, I just mentioned yesterday we called.
Goes into the right wing, but is called offside. At the Vancouver blue line, 2:32 gone in the second period. The Golden Knights.
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਖੂਨ ਅਤੇ એનર્ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਦਈਏ ਤਾਂ ਫਰਵਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ
This is very much like Frodo and Lord of the Rings. It's not like all rings are equal. All data points aren't equal.
Based on outside the Vancouver blue line, won by the Golden.
a leadoff single for Tyler Howard, and one imagines Jonas Salk will come to the the ASX 200.
Near side, throws it toward the net. Sticks it.
It's pretty impressive on the broadcast band. The very top end of the broadcast band's on band 2.
That, of course, is
That's about the end of the broadcast band. All the controls are working really well. Crystal filter's working good, BFO's working good, tone control, our audio gain, RF gain, so it's on AGC at the moment. Switched on to manual RF gain, works great. Just to give a little demo on the highest band, there's no stations coming in here at the moment, but I have got signal generators tuned to about 25 megahertz. And the band spread, of course, works well. The band spread needs to be on 180 to have reasonable accuracy on the main tuning dial. And certainly on the top two bands, the band spread is almost essential. It's WWV on 5 megahertz. It's about 8 o'clock at night here in March in Vancouver. So the Vancouver, Victoria area, it doesn't come in too strong on a simple antenna. That's not bad. Yeah, so there we go. Quick demonstration of an RME model 69. It's actually got quite good sensitivity, certainly on the first 4 bands. On AM, it'll you can copy a signal that's down to about 1 microvolt up to about band 3 on AM, and then about 3, 4, and 5 microvolts respectively on bands 4, 5, and 6. On CW, you can copy CW signal less than 0.2 microvolts on band 1, 0.5 microvolts on band 2, less than 1 microvolt on band 3, 4, and 5, and less than about 2.2 microvolts on band 6. And that's in the center of each band, which, you know, isn't too bad. And the lower sensitivity on the higher bands is typical. These are 66 pentodes. They're not particularly good above 20 megahertz. I've actually got a pre-selector unit for this radio, or the owner has. I've got it here to refurbish. It's over here, and that adds a couple of 6K7s as an additional pair of RF amplifiers, and I think that'd be particularly useful on the high frequency bands to give it more sensitivity. I think about 20 decibels extra sensitivity, and should improve the image response, which is not particularly good on certainly on bands 5 and 6. Okay, there we go. RME model 69.